today I'm going to do a video on my DNA. Yes, and I have done a video on my DNA some time ago. But you know, with these DNA companies, I did Family Tree DNA. That's the company I used. And I noticed since I've used them, and when you want to like look again on your results and everything, sometimes there's some slight changes in the percentages. In my case, it's a 3% difference from a particular category. But outside of that, it's like okay. And sometimes, like when I first had it, they included certain data, like certain regions of the world where your mitochondrial DNA was found. But now they don't have it. And I had back then, this was 2009. Luckily I did take a photocopy of it, so I have that. But so I see that when you use these companies, that what they have, make a copy of it, because information could change. They could remove data or they can add new stuff. And what they have, you want a copy of it. So I think that's the first thing when you decide to get your DNA done, and when it's uploaded, on your site, to look at everything and try to make copies of documents, And you could also what they call print a screen too. So maybe, yeah, I'm just reminding myself of that. So maybe I should do that as well. Yeah. So the reason why I'm also doing this live stream is because I had received. I went through my my YouTube channel, and I looked through the comment screen, and I see that a particular YouTuber had commented on one of my videos, and it was regarding. I did a video a couple of months back regarding blacks who claim are Native American, and so I'm going to show you the comment, and because of that, I think I should like prove my claim and of my heritage. And I thought it'd be really interesting, and to also show you as I'm exploring the website that has my DNA results. Again, I haven't really gone through it in months, and I turned it on. It's on my screen, and I just saw like one page or something. But I figure, I'm better able to navigate on my channel. I'm just looking at the screen now. Let me see here. Let's see. So, yeah, I just wanted to get rid of a portion of it, the banner, the lower banner. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my results. I figure the proof is in the pudding, but I'm going to say this up front, that no matter what your DNA is, your lineage embrace you. And my videos that I've done in the past regarding blacks or African Americans who claim Native American, that it's not an attack on you, and it's about embracing who you are, whatever your DNA is. And I have to also say this. I was told in the past, years and years ago, that she would be my great-grandmother on my mother's side, was a Carib Indian. My background is from the Caribbean. Me and my parents were born in the United States, but my grandparents were born in the Caribbean. And the islands that they were from, it's known that the Indians, I'm sorry, my little doggy, that the Indians were killed off or they were pushed off on other islands. And but the Caribbean that had the Spaniards, they tended to keep them there. There was warfare, but a lot of miscegenation. The Spaniard males and the indigenous women there. Okay, but I'm not from the Spanish-speaking islands, so the other islands they did a lot of killings, a lot of genocide, and then they brought in African slaves. So I want to go through this exploration with you again, since I'm better able to navigate on this computer. I'll do my best. So let me first show you one of the comments that a fellow YouTuber shared with me. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay. Okay, so it's the one that says um, by Kufu James. Let me see if I can put my cursor. Wow, you can't see my cursor on it. I used to be able to do that. You move the cursor in front and you can see it. But I have to, I guess, change the parameters so you can see what I'm pointing at. Okay, in the center of the screen, you see a person by the name of Kufi James, and he sent this about a day ago, as you see, and he says, "The truth is hunting you down. I see it. You have Indian here, sister. Ask your granny, please, then do a video and tell us you're Indian too. I'm waiting." So, yeah, and then I replied about an hour ago. I indicate, "Hello, Kufi. I was told that my grandmother was, but I did my DNA and my cousin did a family tree. DNA and history proved this to not hold truth. My DNA shows that I am 53." Oh, this is before. Okay, when I'm typing this up, is before I looked on the site, but this data is slightly changed. I'm going to say that up front. So let me continue reading. "My DNA shows that I'm 53% African and 47% European, just as my family tree says. I love being black and white blooded, and I respect my current genetics. Whatever genes one has, or I should say have, to embrace it. Thank you for watching. I may do another update on my DNA test." Okay, so yes, I'm going to do an update on my DNA, and let me just see something else. Hold on. Okay, I want to just check. Because with DNA sites and everything, some information might be a little sensitive. And so I want to, let's see. Yeah, because I have to make sure that it's on the right screen, just to, for privacy. Okay. Okay, I have the screen up. Let me navigate. And tell me, sometimes when I'm just looking at the lens of the camera, the focus could get, like if I move around, the focus gets blurred, and I don't notice it because I'm looking at the camera or on one of the monitors. I have two monitors up. So let me know if the focus gets kind of blurred. Okay, let me see this. Okay, I'm going to show my DNA. Let's scroll this up a little more. Okay, so this says my origins, let me scroll up a little bit more. Okay, this is me. Okay, and I'm going to go through different windows in this database for me, okay? Okay, so what you see here, okay, that's me. And according to this, okay, it's a little different, the numbers. I had said in the YouTube comment that I was 53% African, but here they changed it again. It's 50% now, as you see. European, 43%, and then trace. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to press this button that says show all. Okay. Ethnic makeup percentage. Okay, so we can go through this together. Okay. As you see here, African, and it's 50%, and then they do the breakdown. The first one there is less than 1%. That symbol means less than. Okay, that funny looking pointing thing right there. When it's shaped like that, that means less than 1%, and that's South Central Africa. The next one, 3%, East Central Africa. And then West Africa, 47%. Okay. I'll go down the column. Okay, New World. Okay, the New World, that means the Americas, okay? And as you see there, 0. Okay, North and Central America, 0%. South America, 0%. Okay, so Kofi, I hope Kofi finds this this video, and he sees that I have 0% Native American. But you know, you do have a lot of my viewers of my videos. They say that DNA is, you know, the tool of the white man, and it's not accurate. But DNA is, it's not perfect. It only shows you what you currently have. Let's say you have siblings and you all have the same parents. The DNA makeup may vary. And in fact, you know, what one has, maybe another sibling may not have. And I want to show you this other DNA. After I show a detail of my DNA, a comparison of my mother's DNA, and how she has a particular percentage of this one particular region. I think 27% the last time I looked, and then but me, I have 0 of that 27%. So what I'm saying is, in one generation, you could lose all data of a particular region. You may not inherit it. And again, DNA is what you inherit. You don't inherit every piece of your mom or your dad. You receive a portion of what they have. And then when you have children, they receive a portion of what you have, and then your partner. Okay? So South Central Asia, as you see, 0. East Asian, 0. Okay. Now on top here, Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern, it says 0, but as you see here, where it says North Africa, and it has like a little information there, okay, it's less than 2%. And I'll probably press on that too, with these little things that have a little, like a little upside down exclamation point. I'll look at that also, but this is just the initial run and overview. Okay. West Middle East, 0. Okay. Okay. Now European. European, according to this, says 43%. British Isles, 3%. East Europe, 0%, which is interesting because I was told that it would be my great great grandfather was from Russia, and so but Russia is in Eastern Europe, but I should see it's 0. But again, it's oral history, but I don't know the person's name, and I don't know anything about them. Okay, Finland, less than 2%. Okay, now this, Scandinavia. Okay, that's Northern Europe. Scandinavia is 16%. Southeast Europe, 10%. Iberia is where Spain and Portugal are. Okay, and that's 14%. And that could be right because I'm part Portuguese. My grandfather was from Portugal. So yeah, I would expect that. But I didn't expect Scandinavia. But in hindsight, my grandfather on my father's side, he was from the Danish West Indies, and Denmark is part of Scandinavia. And so that's where I get that from, because I did compare it with my mom. My mom has 0% Scandinavian. So I get this from my father. It's either two genetics on your father or mother side. So, and my mother doesn't have this. So I got this on my father's side, and I'm very surprised because what that particular grandparent looked like. He looked like a real African man, black African man, his dark skin. Okay, but my father's tall, and my siblings are tall also, and Scandinavians in general tend to be a little taller. Okay. Okay, West and Central Europe, 0%. And this, okay, Jewish diaspora, 0%. Okay. Ashkenazi, that means like Eastern Europe, Eastern European Jews, and that's less than 2%. And Sephardic, that's like Spain and Portugal, that's less than 1%. Okay. So that's me. Okay. So you see that. Let me scroll again. Oops. Just scroll again so you just see everything. Okay, I'm wondering what this is. I'm going to press this button. It says view on the bottom, view all population descriptions. Let me just see, I'm just very curious. Okay, so it's just, okay, I thought it was going to be something more. Okay, population clusters and distributions. In the list below, you can click on a population cluster to see its description. Okay. Okay, I guess to know what each of those things are. Okay. So these are things, I guess, like more detailed information. So what I'll do is I'll just press on the ones of the largest ethnic group. Let me see if I see here. Okay, I'm going to press on this one, West Africa, because that's my largest ethnic group. Okay, so that's the information that they have there. Okay. So you can also put it on pause. Okay, you can put it on pause, and so you can read that information about West Africa. Okay, you shorten that. Next, I'm going to do my second largest ethnic group. That was Scandinavia. So let me press on that. Okay, and they tell you what Scandinavia consists of. So yeah, you see there Denmark. My ancestor, my grandfather, he was born in the Danish West Indies. Danish and Danes or Denmark is the same people. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll through it. Okay, so you can put it on pause and read it on your leisure. Okay, about Scandinavia. Just see anything else there. Yeah, I'm curious about this, Ashkenazi. My mother has an Ashkenazi last name, and that's why I thought I have that component. And she does look Ashkenazi, but I don't have any. I just said, so there, just, what was that, less than 2%? Okay. So this is what they say about people of Ashkenazi ancestry. Okay. And let me check Sephardic. Okay. And so a lot of people from the Iberian Peninsula are Sephardic in background. So I'm just curious about that. Okay, so again, you can read this at your own leisure. Okay. Okay. I want to now check. I hope you like what you're seeing here. Yeah, I want to. So I'm still navigating. I'm navigating on both screens here. Okay. Let me just check here. Let's see. I'm trying to navigate. I'm trying to find. Where did it go now? Oh, okay. I see what happened. It made another tab. Okay. So I can delete that tab since I'm not looking at that. Okay, let me go back a page. Okay. Let's see what else I can find here. Okay, the matches. Okay, I'm not gonna show any of the matches because some of them, I mean, I could, but some people may not want their faces on on YouTube. But okay, what I will do for what they call the matches page. So the matches page shows you people who you might be related to genetically. So it'll have the person's name, the date that the match was resulted, and what that relationship is. So in the case of my mom, it says the relationship is mother-daughter, okay, and that I share certain what they call centimorgans with her. I guess like codes, whatever, what we shared together, and I have over 3,000 centimorgans. And then I have like my grandfather is his great grandfather, and he shares 192 of those centimorgans. Okay, so he doesn't share the same his great grand let's see, his great grandfather, he doesn't have both great grandfather and great grandmother, so he's like a half cousin of that relationship, you know. So he's equivalent to a half cousin, and it's pretty accurate on here. It says second to third cousin. Okay, so okay, and they have another gentleman here, and he's a second to fourth cousin, and I think that's on my father's side. It seems like a lot of the relatives are actually from my mother's side, which is really interesting. But I could show you that as well. Let me see. But I don't want to show this page. I'm sorry, because of the faces of the people. Okay. It was really interesting. And what's interesting, like I have, so I wish it was a way I can scoot the, let me see if I can try to scoot the face over. I thought I can do that, like, so I could just show. Oh, okay, it keeps jumping back. I thought maybe I can slide it over partially to cover the face, but no, it's not allowing me to. Okay, but they indicate on this Family Finder matches, it has like the person is able to tell, you know, for like an FYI, the locations and surnames of people, you know, people who are related to them, you know. So sometimes, like if you have a last name, a particular last name, and another person of your background has the same last name, so it kind of like brings it more together. Like, yeah, not only do you share the same similar genes, but surname also. So it's again showing a link. Okay. And so some of the people, let's see here, they show regions, like again, I have a Portuguese background, and some of the people here, like this person from Azores, I'm not sure the pronunciation, it's a little island off the coast of Africa that's part of Portugal. So again, it shows what oral tradition says, that so and so was from a particular place, and they had a certain last name. So, and this person is also related on that side of the family, on my father's side. So again, oral history and genetics and locations and surnames, that they oftentimes come together. Okay. Another person from Portugal. Okay. Interesting. They are third to fifth cousin. Wow. Let me see who the other person was. Let's see. Okay. Fourth and remote. The one from Azores. He's a fourth and remote cousin. And the other one is a third to fifth cousin. Interesting. And there's a lot of people from France. This one person, yeah, on my mother's side, they have a French background. Okay. And they have an extensive family tree. And I don't know who they are, because I have a cousin living in France who I met last year. She did an extensive, hey, maybe I could also show you that. That should be interesting. They have this database for French nationals, and it's all free, and it shows you, it's a database of people share their, hey, what do you, come over here. I know I got water for you. I'm sorry, my little doggy. You behave yourself. I love that. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that it's a database, and you're able to see the family trees, and she goes way back. I said, wow, she did fantastic work, and but none of the name. I mean, she Like the last time I saw, um, oh hi Kufi. Yeah, the last time I saw that database, she had up to 1650 something when they first arrived in the Caribbean. But I saw a family member who had their iPhone and they were going through it, and I saw even further back. So I guess she's still doing research. Yeah, baby. Let me show you her women. This is Big Mouth Lucia. Look at her. See that? She could be a bad girl. Oh, I love her to death. Yeah. So let me look at read the comments. Okay. Um, our DNA is from America. You are a spitting of an American Indian. I have 200 acres of and took the land in America. And then the Mississippi Nile is a duplicate, I guess duplicate, he meant to say, duplicate of the Egyptian Nile. Both has a city called Memphis and a city called Alexandria in the same spot. YouTube, America is Egypt. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that, Kufi. Okay, what I was saying, my cousin, it's called Gina. I'm not sure the pronunciation of it, but it looks like it's pronounced Gina Net, and it's a French database, and it's completely free, and it's a genealogical site, and people put the information, and there's some other really interesting ones for the French nationals. Um, they It's like the slave records, and I can even show you that. I can show you pictures of my ancestor who got her freedom papers and other stuff. It's really fabulous. Maybe I'll do it today. I don't know if I can still navigate. Okay. So let me see here. Yeah, a lot of, let's see. There's someone from St. Martin, a fifth and remote cousin. Interesting. Someone from Poland. Another, yeah, that's definitely Portuguese. Okay, and that's a third to fifth cousin. Lila, what's going on? You want to get in here? Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry about that guy. She could be a little, you know what? She's really sweet though. Okay, I helped her climb in her little hideaway thing. Right, that's right next to me. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else here. People from Kentucky. Yeah, and last names I'm not familiar with. But yeah, my cousin's database, they have these exotic names. I don't even know how to pronounce them at all. Okay. And yeah, let me see here. Okay, let me go through this page to see ancient origins. And again, I haven't been on this site for a long time. Let me show you this. I'm not sure. Let me just show you this. I need to show you something. I just don't want to show like people's faces and stuff because I don't know how they'll feel about that. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Now, unfortunate with the company, they don't show. Okay, let me see the top part of it. I'm trying to scroll up on the top. Yeah, ancient European origins. Okay, they don't seem to have for Africa, unfortunate. Okay, but this page shows us. Okay, the European continent has been witness to many episodes of human migration, some of which have spanned over thousands of years. The most up-to-date research into these ancient migrations on the European continent suggests that there were three major groups of people that have had a lasting effect on present day peoples of European descent: hunter-gatherers, early farmers, and Middle Age invaders. The graphics below displays the percentages of autosomal, that's including my mother's and father's side, autosomal DNA that you still carry from these ancient European groups. You can click on these graphics to display more information. Okay. And scroll up. So I'm not really familiar with that. I've seen this before, but I don't quite understand. But like that's the viewing the map. Okay. So I guess here they're saying of that category, 3% is the Middle Age invader. I guess that's the newer one. I don't know. And then there are farmers, 25%, hunter and gatherer, 21%, and 51% non-European. So that would be my African heritage, okay? Because that's all I have, African and European. Okay, but I'm curious. Let me press on this, just my curiosity. Okay, my little doggy. You behave yourself. Okay. So, let me scroll. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh, okay. I'm trying to navigate on here. Okay, I can scroll up this way. Okay, non-European, 51%. Okay, this is what it says here. Most of the world is not of European descent and alternatively have genetic contribution from influential and significant populations for which we currently do not have enough scientific data. Isn't that something? We don't have enough data. For this reason, those whose ancestral makeup is of non-European descent cannot be grouped into these three particular ancient European categories, as more significant DNA evidence is found in other regions of the world. We will work to continue to connect the ancient with the present in our effort to further our understanding of the interconnectedness between us all. To explore your non-European origins, please see your My Origins result. Okay, which I showed you all already. Okay, and then X out of that. Okay, so this is, oops. Sorry about that. I'm just okay, so here, let's see. So you can like click on it, I guess, when you put the finger over it. I'm just trying to, okay, let me make it small. I'm sorry about that. Okay, it was a little tricky. Okay, so I'm just scanning over Europe. So it seems like with these little markers here, that it tends to be in the central portion of Europe. Okay, so that's what it's showing there. That's interesting. Okay, so again, I'm from what they call hunters and gatherers. Let me press on that. What's that? Okay, hunter gatherer. Okay, 21%. The climate during the Pleistocene, I can't even pronounce that. Okay, between episodes of glaciation or ice ages and episodes of warming during which glacier, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go through it. So those who are interested in European history, I'm just going to scroll this information. And you can just put it on pause to read the information you want to read, okay? That's a lot of information. Still go, okay. Okay, that's that. So let me just navigate where the origins of this, you see it's like a little red line. Let's see where they came from. Okay, so they're saying they came in through, okay, so they show here Egypt. Okay. That's all. There's no, that's where the information they have. So I guess they're saying so it's an African connection, and they migrated from Africa and followed this route, which is interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, let me press on farmer. Okay, this is the information with farmers, 25%. And let me scroll down for those who are interested in European history about farmers. Just scroll down. So those of you who wants to read at your own leisure, you can read it, okay? Oops. Okay, that's the end of that. Let me X out. And let's see where that comes from. Okay, so you see the green line. Okay, so they're showing beginning the farmers. Okay, it's a little further up, the farmers, and that's at least in Syria or right by Syria and Turkey. That's Turkey, Syria, and it's right there, as you see. Okay, and they moved up to central part of Europe. Okay, I'm curious now. Now the Middle Age invader. Let's see what that is. 3%. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's scroll what that says. Okay, so those of you who are interested in Asia or Eastern Europe information on the Bronze Age, so this is information that you might want to read also. You can just put it on pause. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to scroll slowly enough. And again, you could always put it on pause when you're playing this video and stop it at, when you need for it to stop so you can read it. Okay, so that's the end of that. So now let's see where this Middle Age invader came from. Wow. Wow, Georgia. See that? The country Georgia. Okay. Interesting. Okay, then it came up and round. Okay, and already did the non-European. Okay. Okay, let me move over. Okay, so I'm still looking on my monitor here, and I want to see what other page I can share with you guys. Okay, so that was origins. Okay, let me pull down this. Okay, let me try this chromosome browser. Let me see what that looks like first. Okay, I can show you this. It just has one person's face, but it shouldn't be. Okay, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let me show you this page. Okay, this is what they call the chromosome browser. And what's really neat with this, again, I haven't done this in a while, but to the right, these rows, these horizontal rows, these represent the different chromosomes, okay? And you can compare. Like, let's say you want to find, like in my case, me and my mom did it. So with that, I could find out whether a relative is from my mother's side or father's side. Okay, well, by deduction, my father's side, because my father didn't do the DNA, only my mother. So if they're not related to my mother, then by deduction, I get it from my father. Okay, so let me just, for an example, okay, let's try this one. The first one here. Let's see, I hope I could do it right. Let's see. Or maybe it's up here. Let's see. Filter, let's see. Filter match by. Oh, I won't do that. Oops. No. I'm trying to click this. Okay. Okay, so when you click on a person, the little box that you see, you get a little check mark that you see there, and then it pops up on top. Okay, shows you that you connected it. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake. I gave wrong information about something. I meant to say that I got confused from chromosome browser to the next thing I want to actually show you after this. Okay, this one just shows you, like the example I gave here, where on my chromosome is this person's gene linked to mine. So, okay, this one is color coded, this orangey yellow color, and on my DNA, okay, on chromosome number 19, that portion of my DNA, they're represented, okay? I'm sorry, see right there? Right there, so chromosome 19. And let me try this one too. Okay, and this one is a closer, wow, see that? This one is more closer related to me, because their color is represented by blue. They can use any color coded here, but in this example, they use the color blue. And as you see there, they have more DNA throughout my chromosome. On chromosome number 15, chromosome number 10, 9, 7, 1, okay? So you understand that. And then let me show you somebody. Let's see. There's someone else I wanted to. Okay. Oh, they do this in. How do you say? I'm surprised. I'm trying to. That's where they have it in alphabetical order, but I don't know how. Let's see. Let me do this one. Okay, this one I'm doing, for example. See this? This person is represented by green. And as you see, they're on all my chromosomes. Okay? See that? So that's how that works. Okay. So I want to show you something else. Let me go back to another screen. Okay. I want to show you something else, but I just want to screen it first. Okay, it was called the Matrix. Let's see, Matrix. Yeah, this one's interesting. This one shows you names. You're able to find out who's related to you. I mean, whether whether they're related to you by deduction, mother's side or father's side, and if any of these people who are genetically related to me, are they genetically related to each other? Okay, so let's see here. I can show you this. Okay. So I hope you're enjoying this and everything is clear. I'm trying to be as thorough as possible, So let's just, for example, just click on this one here. And let me click on someone who I know. Oh, let me go add. Oh, I meant to press this one. And this one. And press the add button. So, this person and this person here, if they were related, see this blue circle with a white check inside? If this was checked, it would say this person is identified as a match, meaning that they are related. So this person and this person are not related, so it's no check. So this is telling me then that this person here, Debbie Nicole Antonio, is related to me on my father's side and not my mother's side. Okay, let's see. Let me find someone else. Okay, just to show a relation. Okay, I know of this person here. Okay, let me add them. Oh, my mistake. I forgot. Okay, this person also. Wow. This person, I just added another person again. None of these people are genetically related. So that means also this person is on my father's side, this Kenneth Knight. I'm trying to find somebody. Let me try. Oh, let me see. Oh, trying to find someone. Let me try this one. I hope this one does it. Wow, this one still didn't do it. Oh, wow. I hope I'm not doing something wrong. That I'm trying to find. I've done this before. Okay. I know of this person. I know this one is related on my father's side. Let me see. No. Let's see that. Let me see. There was someone else I wanted to press. I'm trying to find this person. I don't see all the names. Let's see, I'm still going. Oh, let me try this one. Let's see. Okay. I was determined. Okay. Now what this is say, oh wow. Okay. Very interesting. What it's saying here, that this person, Louise and Lisa, are related to each other. I thought they would be related to this person, but they're not. Okay. So that's very interesting. So these two are genetic cousins. And they're also related to me. So this suggests then, since they're not related to this person, then these persons, they must be related to on my father's side. But I'm trying to, wow. There's this person, where is that? Okay, I was looking for this person. Let's see. I think it's this person. Okay, no, that's it there. No. But it allows you to put in, I think, up to 10 people at a time. Okay. But trying to find, let me try this one. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's saying here that these three people, Dorothy, Louise, and Lisa, are related. Oh, and this person. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Dorothy and this person here, Bernadine, are related. So this person, Dorothy, this is confusing now. Dorothy is related to me on my mother's side. But I don't understand how. Let me see. To remove confusion, I'm going to remove Louise and Lisa. Let's see. Lisa, going to remove. Where's Lisa? Dorothy. Okay. That was really interesting. Okay. So this person, Dorothy and Bernadine, are related. So that means I'm related to this person on my mother's side. And these people, they're not related to this person. So these people are people from my father's side. But it was interesting though, the person, Lisa, that I had here was also connected. Let me try just something else here. Let me remove that person and put Louise back in, or Lisa. Okay, yeah, so interesting. Okay. So Lisa and Louise are related. Yeah, they're related. And with Bernadine, let me see, I forget now, Bernadine. Just want to make sure that the relationship. Yeah, okay. So how does it go now? This person, okay. So Dorothy, okay. So it's just Dorothy and Bernadine are related. Yeah. So I was confused before. I thought this person, Bernadine, was related to Lisa, but as you see the columns here, it's Dorothy and then boom, Bernadine. And then this one, Lisa, is only with Louise. So it's interesting, the relationships Okay, this one's Bernadine. And Dorothy, okay. Okay. So it's two relationships. So even though you see four markers here, they're not markers for the same people. So this pair here, Louise to Lisa. The next relationship is Dorothy to Bernadine. And then there's a Lisa to Louise. Oh, okay, okay. So it's just it's just two relationships. Okay, so they repeated it according to the different columns. So it's just two people. Okay. So I hope I didn't make that too confusing with you guys. Okay, it's confusing to me. So it's basically one. Is it Louisa? Okay, so it's just two pairs. And that's all. So that's all I'll say about that. Let me go back. Okay, I hope you guys aren't falling asleep too fast. But I really want to try to be thorough. And again, I noticed that these DNA sites, that it keeps changing. So I'm also doing this to document, so I know the next time I look, did they do any major changing on it, okay? So yeah, so I'm also sharing this so that you too will be able to know how to navigate what Family Tree DNA offers, what you can do. So again, you could, according to your genetics and who's genetically related to you, you can get different people who are related to you and compare them together and see, are these relatives, do they have any ties? Okay, and sometimes there are ties and sometimes they're not. Okay, let me see what else I can share with you. I think almost done here. Let me see this, linked relationships. What is that? Okay, I don't see anything. It's a blank page. Okay, there's an advanced matches. Let me see what that is. Yeah, I guess I can show you that. Let me put that on. I'm just being thorough. Okay. Advanced matches. So let me just select all. Oops. Okay. Run report. I'm going to press this button here. Okay, I haven't seen this. I've seen new names here that I don't recognize. Okay. Okay. So it gets a Y. Okay, there's Y DNA. Okay, sometimes you have, like, let's say you have a relative, let's say you have an aunt, but they want to find out about their Y DNA. You know, let's say their father passed, whatever. So they usually get like a cousin or an uncle that shares that same Y DNA, and they could do a study. Okay. So let's see here. This is, okay, Y DNA haplogroup. Okay. And this is a third to fifth cousin. Okay, I don't know who this person is. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, this one here, I'll show you these. This is, okay, this column here stands for mitochondrial DNA haplogroup. Okay, and that means like your mother, you get your mitochondrial DNA from your mother. Your mother passes on to all the children, male and female, but the male cannot donate their mitochondrial DNA to their daughters or their sons. It's always something that's passed on from mother. So they're able to find out by lineage, your direct lineage, mitochondrial slash mom's, grandma's, great grandma, great 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 great, and so on, lineage. And my mitochondrial DNA is the same as this one, L1C3BC. Okay, so this person shares these two. Okay, and this is a cousin of mine. He has a different, let's see. Yeah, his mitochondrial DNA is different than mine. This DNA, the L1C3BC, is one of the oldest DNA. It's like like Adam and Eve, goes back way 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 back. Okay. So yeah, I have a lot of fifth cousins and remote. Wow. Yeah, so this really, okay, another. Yeah, I never saw this person. So this page, like you saw on the page just prior to this one, the where you can combine cousins and see if they're related. Some of the names are not on here. Like I don't recognize this person, April Pfeffer. Okay. I'm just curious. I'm going to press on this. See here the mitochondrial DNA results. See, this is my mitochondrial. Oh, this is this is interesting to show you. Okay. Part of the L cluster of haplogroups. Again, that's about your mother, your mother's mother's mother. Okay. And mine is categorized as an L, which has been concretely characterized as representing the original human mitochondrial lineage. Haplogroup L1C is found in Africa. This haplogroup dates to approximately 60,000 years ago and is detected in highest frequency in Central and Southeast Africa. Future work will further document the historical distribution of this haplogroup and closely related haplogroups of the L cluster. Okay. Now I thought before, I know it's saying here 60,000 years ago, but it was something else that I saw. It said 100,000 years. So I don't see that. So these are all codes. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Well, let me press on this. Okay. Yeah, this is a migration map. Let me just shrink it a little bit. Okay. So this map. Okay. See right there? Okay, I hope I can. Wow, okay, it doesn't, okay, this is just a picture. It's no hyperclick. I was hoping that it'd be a hyperclick. Okay, now I'm this one here, L1C. And it shows, let me blow it up more. Okay, so I'm this lavender color, L1. And then this is mitochondrial Eve, so I'm right next to Eve. So I'm really proud of that. Okay, and those people who would be like a Native American, let me see what they would be. Okay, I guess these here, oops. They would be, I guess, the C and D and B. See that? Yeah, so that's what that's showing there. And then there's Europe going all there, okay? Okay, let me see if I can find anything else. I hope you guys are enjoying this. You know, some people are very visual, and I want to try to be as visual as possible. Okay, let me see what else is there. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I did that matches. Let me. Okay, mitochondrial. Let me try. Let's see. It's a particular page I'm looking for. Let's say migration map. Okay. Oh, why it says I need Adobe Flash to open that up. Oh well. I won't do that 'cause I'm afraid if I press on it, it won't go through. Let's see, ancestral origins. Oh, interesting. I guess I could show you this. Okay, mitochondrial ancestral origins. Okay, so when people filled out the data, like they would say where their mom is from or something like that. So like when I did mine, you know, my mother's, their nationality is French, so that's probably the one I put up. Okay, so like for example, for France, and it's match total 1, and then country total. So in the country of France, of those people who have my mitochondrial, who took this test, it's indicating that this number of people, it came out the same as mine. You know, they have the L1 chromosome. And then you have for Haiti. Haiti used to be a colony of France, and 25 people who took this test with the mitochondrial origins of their moms from Haiti. That's 25. Okay, so very interesting. In Brazil, interesting. Okay, so this is also showing that in the country of Brazil, okay, one match from Brazil, so someone's mom or grandma is from Brazil, and in that country, 445 people who took this test has my mitochondrial DNA, and it's a very, and again, 0.2% of the population. I think of the, it says percentage, so I'm not sure whether it's the whole country. That I don't know how that is. And then here in France, it's less than, it's a fraction, it's less than 0.1% for France. Okay, so I guess in France, it's that mitochondria is very, very small. That people that have it, it's a very African DNA. Okay. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, let me find out the other goodies I could show you guys. This is really exciting. Okay. Let me see what this is. Results. Yeah, they got all these things that you can press. You can even download raw data. I tried to do that before, and hook it up with this other DNA site, but it didn't take it for whatever reason. Oh, I'm sorry, I pressed that page already. Results page. Okay. They used to have, let me check this one. Yeah, I'm trying to find a picture that this map. See, they keep changing it. You know, they used to have this nice color map, you know, where you belong on the picture. Oh, okay, okay, I did find it. I had to press on, I had to press on the map. It was like a blank map that didn't have any of the codes on it. But when I pressed on it, it then showed. Okay. So I'll show you this. Let me, once it loads up. Oh, I'll just click it off. And click this off. Try to make it smaller. Okay. So this is color coded by region. Let me see if I can use my little navigate here. Okay, so the colored portions here, as you see, I can make it bigger. Oh, okay, may I make it a little smaller? I want you to be able to see the regions. Okay, so according to the current DNA, whatever, the largest region for me is what they call Scandinavia. And let me, okay, and then the UK region, Spain and Portugal, and then this Mediterranean area. And let me pull down there as a reminder, okay? So Africa 50%, and the trace results. Okay. Okay, oops. Okay. So just want to show all of it. Oops. I'm trying for it to show everything. It's not allowing. Okay, it's not allowing me to show everything at once. Oh, wait a minute. Expand all. Okay. So. Okay. So the African. And when they say this, they mean sub-Saharan Africa. So it's not including North. So it's West Africa. That's in blue here. See the blue? Okay. So this concentration, like the darker lobes here, where Nigeria and Cameroon, those are the dominant locations for my, of my people who share my genetics. Here, much of my genetics is shared by people of modern day Nigeria and Cameroon. And then also I found interesting, South Africa. Okay. But again, with the transatlantic slave trade, they weren't taken and brought to the Americas. I mean, maybe they did, but just as, if so, I think a small fraction. But I think what this represents is what they call the Bantu migration. People from this region of the world, of Nigeria and Cameroon, they went south, okay? So that's what that is. So a big portion of them went south. So they're genetic relatives, but they're not the relatives that went to the Americas, okay? But I want to, put that out there. And then here, this lavender color, that's East Central. That's like 3%, okay? So that's interesting. Okay, then let's go back up north. Well, I think you could click on this. Let me see. Okay, when you click on it, it jumps to that location, okay? Okay, so here, Europe. Oops. Okay. So Scandinavia. Okay, now it's saying 16%. So if you click on it, you'll jump to the green. That's here. So according to this, 16% of my DNA, European DNA, is from this part of the world. And then Iberia, boom. Okay, so you see there? That's Iberia, that purple. And then Southeast Europe, see that? And then British, the least, okay? And then here the trace. Oops, I'm sorry. I thought if I clicked on it, I'd be able to go. Yeah, so the trace amounts. Okay, if you add up all these trace amounts, 2, 4, 6, 8. So like 8% of this total portion here is just it's trace amounts. So it's not even, it's like fractions. So yeah, this was what I was looking for. So you can see the visual. Yeah, I like to be visual. Let me see if I can collapse all. Okay. So that's it. See, that's me. I'm a typical girl from the Americas, of African and European heritage. Very, very standard for the Caribbean. Again, this is the Caribbean here, okay? And my family is from like the Eastern Caribbean. So this region here. Oh, my pointer's not working. But yeah, the Eastern Caribbean. Okay? And as you see, I have no Native American. If I did have something would pop up. See that? Absolutely clean. Because see, my heritage is really standard. Very, very standard of a West Indian girl. Well, again, you do have a lot of people from the West Indies. Some of them do have, but they're primarily from this, like Puerto Rico, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, the Spanish-speaking islands. They have it, or people from Brazil. It's a large indigenous population with blacks, yeah. But me, see, as you see, I have 0. I have 0%. Okay? So I hope I'm making it clear. See, a lot of people like to say things and even tell me what I am, but see, I'm able to prove prove my words, prove my claims. And what I'm showing you is pretty straightforward. Okay? And so I do not have Indian here as one of the viewers that commented. My hair is typical of someone of an African and European ancestry. It's very tight curls and it's very thin, the hair strand. It's not Asian texture, not at all. But I do know of blacks who have Native American and their hair looks it. They have a heavier gauge hair and it's a tight curl, but I don't have that. Okay? So that's me. Okay, I know I'm going on with this. Let me see, I could show you something else. I know it's going long, but I guess because I'm already on this site here, let's see. I want to try something. Oops. I want to compare. Let's see. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to show somebody else because I want to see the region. I want to prove to you that you could have a relative and a parent, let's say, and they can have a significant amount of something and you inherit none of it. Yes, I want to show that. And I know it's going long, this video. So you can always, watch the details, at your own leisure when it uploads. Okay. Okay, I'm just logging in. Okay, just signing in. Okay. So let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me try. I forget which one. Okay. Okay, I found the page that I wanted. Oops. Let's scoot that over. Okay, I can move that up. Okay. So, let me show you this page here. Okay. Now I just, what you see here is one of my parents' DNA, my mom. Okay. And, okay, so her DNA is a little different than mine. Okay. She's 60, at least according to the testing now, she has a 63% European, 33% African, Jewish diaspora 3%. And then press this button for trace amounts. Okay, East, Middle East, and South Central Asia, less than 1% each of them. Okay. Let me see, expand all. Okay. So, my mom's breakdown is such. European total 63%, Iberia. So remember when you can press on it and it'll show you on the screen. See that when it moves? So Iberia is 31%, the orange. Okay. West and Central Europe, 19. Oh, wow. British Isles, 9%. Okay. So she has more British Isles than I have. Interesting. So I think this changed since the last time. So I have 3%, while my mom has 9%. And I think the Central Europe, I forget what mine had. But again, you could always go back to the video and you can compare yourself. If I'm able to do, you know what I'll do maybe? No, I won't do it. I was thinking about doing a split screen, but that, that I can't do that right now. Okay. And Southeastern Europe, 4%. Okay. Okay. And let's say African. West Africa, 30%. Let me scroll down to, okay, I just click on it. Okay. Just scoot that over a little bit. Okay, West Africa, 30%. While I was it 40 something percent? East Central Africa, 3%. Yes, so East Africa is the same percentages as me and my mom. Okay. Now, let's see here. Ashkenazi. Okay, boom. Okay. Okay, 3%. Now, I don't have that. Wait a minute. Okay, mine was less than, was that 2%? But my mother, see what's different. See, my mother's is more definitive. See, remember with my when I clicked on it, it didn't even show the coloring on the map. It was such a fragment. But my mother's a solid 3%. Okay, so this could be, like she has a Jewish surname. Her maiden name is a very Ashkenazi name. Okay, so and again she has the 3%. So she inherited the name and a small percentage of the DNA if that name is associated with the Ashkenazi, in real life. Okay, you scroll more. Okay, scroll. Okay, so these are the trace. Like remember with mine, you couldn't really click on it. It doesn't really show you anything. Oops. Sorry. See that if you click on it, it doesn't manifest in any of the other locations like these up here. Okay, when you let's see, like East Central Africa, see that? So the trace amounts are so small, they're not reflected in the map that you see. Wow, this screen keeps changing. Like the last time I looked, okay, my mother had like down here of North Africa all highlighted. Okay, but now as you see, it's not highlighted anymore. Okay, so she's now showing, where is that Middle East? Let me see, let me scoot over here. Yeah, it changed. She doesn't have that. South Central Asia. Yeah, before, the last time I looked, it had like a fragment here. It was slightly colored here, and where you see India, but it's not there anymore. South Central Asia and Middle East. There's nothing there. Okay, nothing there now. It's such a trace amount. It's nothing. Okay. So again, my mother's background primarily is like mine, but I don't have the Poland, if I remember right. So it's Europe and Africa. Okay. So it's interesting with the Africa that the region that we're mixed with is the same. And the Europe, she's more, okay. As you see here, like with mine, it was highlighted here in Scandinavia, like this region here, Norway, Denmark, Sweden. As you see, she doesn't have it. Okay, so by deduction, because my mom does not have it, so I got that from my father, and that he most likely received that DNA, Scandinavian DNA from his father, because his father was born on a Danish-controlled island in the Caribbean. Okay, it was run by Denmark, but it also had other. I think Sweden also had occupied that island too. It was owned by 5 different nations, European nations. So it was interesting. So again, history and genetics oftentimes match. So my mother's island, where her people were born, did not have Scandinavians, but they did have people in this area. Okay, as you see here, it was a lot of people from Switzerland. Like one of the family names, it's in English it's pronounced Cochrane, and I was told that name originates from Switzerland. So as you see here, see that? The central part of this color in orange is, let me press on it. See that? It's Switzerland. So again, you have a last name, and then you have genetics, and they match up. In this case, it matches up. And then the Spain and Portugal, I find that interesting. I don't know where she got that from, but I'm just speculating. Maybe because she has a very long line of people from France, generations back, and we have their first and last name, and no one Portuguese or Spanish. But I'm thinking that with European migration, that maybe they migrated there. Maybe a branch from this region of the world in central Switzerland migrated to Spain early on. But again, I don't know. But it's interesting she got that. And I find interesting here with the Southeast Europe, which is 4%. It's 4%. I don't know anyone. And again, I'm just speculating with early Europe, because Europeans always have been migrating, So it had to be, I speculate, just long ago that they were there, and then they moved into Central Europe, something like that. That's where the bulk of her European ancestors that we know of genetically come from. But again, see, I don't have it here before. See, a lot of it did change, because there was something here. Okay, could have been it was something she had of 27%. Yes, I don't have it here now. It could have been Mediterranean area, and it was of 27%. Maybe it was this one. I don't know, Iberia. But it was something that said 27%, and I had 0 of it. But now I have the Iberian, so who knows? But I remember it included North Africa here, but now she doesn't have it. Okay, so she's, in short, European and African, and no Native Americans. I'm just showing mom. Okay, so that's the Americas. Okay, nothing. Okay, she just, this, it is what it is. But of course, there are going to be some people who will have Native American, and they're usually the ones who are Spanish, with a Spanish surname or Portuguese surname, because of their history, the history of the conquerors from those nations, how they, what their social, what the politics of the day was. Okay, go back. So I know, wow. So I know I shared a lot of information, and it went kind of long. Yeah, so that's my DNA, and I try to be as thorough, and I do this for me as well, to document, because this family tree DNA keeps changing information. It just, even how they set up the website, to navigate on it's a little different. But this is it. I shared me, and I kind of compared with my mom, how they related to other relatives, and it is what it is. So it's a lot of fun. And again, DNA research, again, it's not an exact science. DNA can only show you what you have currently. And sometimes a parent might have something, but a sibling may not receive it. I mean, a child may not receive it. Okay? That's how it goes. Some people pick up certain genetic traits from parents, and some children don't receive it. And so that's what I try to show here. Again, there's some change in the structure and everything, and so I was able to show. Oh, okay, I was able to show that with Scandinavia, and my mom. My mom doesn't have it, but I have it. So those are ways for you to use deductive reasoning to determine who you inherit what from, if you don't have both parents during the test. So I hope you liked it. And yes, feel free to ask questions with regard to my DNA. And so I have proven, at least what I've inherited, that I have no Native American DNA, whether Mongoloid or other types. It's none. I am a straight African and European genetic mix. My look is very typical of that heritage, and to embrace rather than walk in shame. See, you have to love yourself. I'm learning that whatever what you have, you think of it as an honor to carry what you have in your body. It helps you navigate in this world, to be able to just pick up a pair of glasses, to be able to drink from a cup. For you to have certain traits that are advantageous. Let's say it's good eyesight. Let's say you're good with your hands and you can crochet or sew. Or let's say you're a techie. You're good with technologies and stuff like that. See, we are who we are, and no matter what your race is, your ethnicity, whatever, we're all part of the human family. And I do this also to remind myself of that, because these days, with all the drama that happens out there, we can start become hateful and biased of others. Okay, I'm being real. So by doing this upstream, this live stream, reminds me of my humanity, that I'm just like everybody else, and to embrace me and others. So I really want to keep it on a positive note. So whenever you start to feel angry because certain group or whatever did something to you, they just look at your DNA and everything, and try to help you, keep you grounded, And I think if everybody did the DNA, maybe it'll stop the hate and stop the biasness, all this stuff is, we have the genetics, but then it's the social construct. And I see that the social construct is trying to pit each other against each other. And that's where we go wrong. Yeah. So this is me, and again, I hope you like this video, and again, you can write your comments, share with your friends, and share with people who keep insisting that I'm Native American. I have zero. I'm just a black and white mix, and I feel black and white. I feel like I'm a gray person. Yeah, I feel both aspects of myself, and I'm proud of that, because I believe in me, and you should believe in you. And that's the core of this message and this video. Okay, so peace and love to you all this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Okay? Bye-bye.